Good morning everyone, and here we are back again live from the dining room with our bar class. So this is a mixed ability bar class, so I know there are some of you who are in beginners bar and some of you who are in the evening bar classes that are a little bit tougher. So do listen to your bodies. I will give some modifications. If you want to stay at a certain level, please do. Make sure that you have got a drink to hand to sit and take rests when you need to. You're going to need something sturdy for a bit of support, so a chair is ideal. If not, a kitchen counter, as long as it's something that is nice and firm and it's not too low or it's not too high that you've got your shoulders up by your ears. Now we are going to do a little core section at the end of this. Again, I will be giving you some modifications. So do have your mat ready to hand for the last little bit. So it's going to be some core moves and then some lovely stretching on the mat. If you're on a carpet, you'll probably be fine without. Now I have forgotten the remote control, so I am going to have to go and switch the music on. Now if anybody's watching live and you want to give me a thumbs up, show me you're here, that would be fantastic. Otherwise, if you're watching this and doing this later on, please do pop a comment in so that I know you've seen this. It would be great to just stay connected and keep each other positive and motivated. All right, are we ready to start then? Okay. Oh, technical hitch already. Come on, CD player, you can do this. Right, we're going to start in first position, so that's heels together, hips wrapped, pulled up through that midline, and we're going to take that chair a little bit further that way, rounding the arm and pulling up, lifting out of the hips. So make sure you're not just relaxed down into them, activate that core and relax the shoulders down, trying to lift those arches so that I can feel even pressure across the ball of the foot. Are we ready for a lovely port de bras? Let's take our time with it and just follow that hand. So we're going to take the arm up, open it out and down. Take it up, open and down. Up, open and down. Up, open. Staying here, we're going to stretch over and up. So think of those legs staying still, the hips staying still. We're just moving from above the waist. And up. Now we're going to take the arms slightly back, turn the body. Bring it back and across. Open out. So now you're twisting from the waist. Out. Bring it across, last one out, and bring it across. Let's take that arm out, bring it down. We're going to take it into first position, opposite your tummy button, tongs on that outside leg. Let's take a stretch and close, stretch and close, stretch and close, stretch and close. We're going to do 4 more, and 3. We've got 2 more, and then we're going out to the side. Let's take that arm out, ready, stretch it out, and close, and stretch, and close. Lovely. Keep that wrap in the hips, think knee on top. Stay pulled up on that standing leg. Really close the legs together. We've got 1 more, and then we're going to the back. Let's take that arm to arabesque. Stretch that foot. I think we often forget about the foot when we take the leg to the back. We've got 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Let's take that arm out and plie and stretch, plie and stretch. Now think about this arm. Okay, is your elbow drooped? Lift. I want you to feel it here. We've got 1 more, and then we're going to rise onto the toes. If your shoulder's allowed, take the arm up. Really lift those heels, spread the toes out. Notice where you're putting the pressure, straight down that middle toe. Now we're going to take a plie with the corps de bras, and up, and open, take it down, up, and open, down, up, and open, one last one. Okay, ready to change to the other side. Ready for our corps de bras. Let's stand up tall, take that arm up. Open it out, bring it down, take it up. Are we zipping those legs together, keeping everything active? Up, open and down, leaving this one out in second, ready for our stretches over. Are we ready? Squeeze those legs together, stretch over, and out. Big stretch over, and out. Really try and keep those legs as still as you can. Try not to push into the hip. One more. Now we're ready for that rotation. Let's take that arm slightly back, twist the body, follow it round and across. Open out, round and across, out, round and across. One more. Let's take the arm down, take it up to first, shoulder open. Are we ready for tendus on that outside leg? Let's stretch that foot, stretch it out and close, stretch and close, stretch and close. Pulling up on that standing leg, we're still lifting out those hips. That core is very much active. We've got one more here and then we're going out to second, out to the side, out and close. Remember that elbow, don't let it droop. Pulling that heel up away from the floor, feel those arches working. And we've got one more here and then we're going into arabesque and to the back. Push and close, push and close. Get that glute firing up, lovely straight leg at the back. We've got one more and then are we ready for those plies? Take it into a plie and stretch, plie and stretch. Pressing those knees back. And we've got 3, 2, we've got one more and then we're rising up onto the toes. Let's take the arm up and down. So remember that hand doesn't want to be right over the head, you can just see that hand out of your peripheral vision. Up and down. We've got one more and then let's take a corps de bras with that plie, taking it down, up and open, down, keep that core active, up and open, down, up and open, last one, and open, well done. Okay, we're going to turn to face the bar now. And we're going to do some foot pedals from the floor. So it's feet together. Think of squeezing the knobbly bit on the inside of your knees together rather than your heels. Okay, we're going to lift one heel, heel, and down, and heel, and down. So this might be where you want to stay when we take this into more advanced moves. So if you're a beginner, when we do this from the top on our toes, you might want to come back to on the floor. We've got one more each foot and then we're going to bend and stretch. Are we ready? Heels staying down, we're going to bend and stretch. Try and keep those shoulders over your hips. Try not to lean into it. So it's not a squat. We've got 3, 2, we've got one more and then we're going up onto those toes. Now pull those legs together and down. Try and keep the heels close. We've got 4, 3. Now this is where we're going to stay on the toes if you want to. Stay here, bend and stretch. So if you need to come to heels down and repeat it with your heels on the floor. Now it's very easy to start rounding the back as you do this. Stay tall. One more, right, quick foot pedals and push, 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 push. Try and just lightly touch the floor rather than slamming that heel down. Keep it controlled. And 4, and 3, and 2, and back to that rise. Now we're going to bend the knees, push the heels down, straighten up and rise. So it's hip roll, bend and heels, straighten and rise. Bend and heels. As you straighten up, squeeze those knees together, bend and heels, straighten and rise. Bend and heels, straighten and rise. Last one. Now we're back to that rise. Quick foot pedals again. Push, 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 push. That's it. Keep it going. Hips stay nice and strong, no salsa. And 4, and 3, and 2, and back to that rise for bend and stretch again. So bend and stretch. See if you can go a little bit deeper this time. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. If you need to have heels down, please do. Now let's hold this one. We're going to pulse it down. 8, 7, 6. Squeeze those knees together. 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me a rise. Activate that core. Can you give me a balance? And let's roll it down. And well done. Okay. From there, we're going to turn to face this way again, and we'll take that chair just a little bit further out because I want to be a bit further away from the chair now. And we're going to take the arm through first and out to second, tongues to the side. Stretch and close, and stretch and close. So again, think about that arm position. While that arm's holding still, it's really working if you don't let the elbow drop. Now we're going to take it out, roll down, 2 pliés. And then we're going to stretch and close. Take it out, roll down. We're going to plié and up. Take a plié and up, stretch and close. Stretch, roll down, plié and up. Really press those thighs back. Notice if you're rolling into your instep. Stretch and close, stretch, roll down, 2 pliés. And stretch and close. Now we're going to take it out. We're going to do some pliés into lunges, so we're going to be rotating, turn the feet as you go. Okay, so we're going to take a plié and up, take it over and lunge, over and plié, over and lunge, over and plié. As you come into that lunge, think about pressing down into your heel. If you need to take this half speed, please do. Over and plié, over and lunge. Now this time we're going to stay in the lunge. Stay here. And we're just going to lunge. Lengthen that spine, make sure your hips are square. Pressing down into that heel. Now we're going to hold this last one if you can. Pulse it down. So you want to go deeper. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up. Stretch that leg out. Let's take the arm up. and close it in. Right, let's do all that to the other side. So remember to give yourself a little bit of space. And we're going to take that arm out, ready out in second position for our tondus to begin with. So let's take that stretch and in, stretch and in. Keep lifting out of the hips, keep that core active. It's very easy to just sort of relax into it. Stay pulled up tall. We've got one more and then we're adding in that roll down with the plies. Out, roll down, take a couple of plies and up. Plie and up, and then we're going to stretch and close. And again, stretch, roll down, 2 plies. Really press those thighs back. Stretch and close. Stretch, roll down, 2 plies. And we're going to stretch and close. Stretch, roll down, 2 plies. Nice and deep, and again try not to hinge forwards as you do that. Are we ready to go into those lunges? So let's take it out to second, lower that heel. We're going to pivot and go down to those lunges. So we're going to take a plie, up, lunge, plie, and 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 lunge. Last one, we're going to stay in that lunge. Are we ready? 8, push down into the heel. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're going to stay here. Pulse it down, push down into that heel. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up, take a stretch, bring it down and step it in. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to face this way again. Take the arm rounded. Now, we did tondus at the beginning. You can keep them on the floor if you are controlled. Try not to use momentum. So it's a little sustained lift. Last one, and then we're going to the side. You might find it harder to lift here. That's okay, as long as you're not doing that. Pull up tall, stretch, and in. Stretch those toes. We've got one more here, and then we're going to the back. Let's take the arm up, stretch, and in. Stretch, and in. Really work that glute, rather than your hamstrings or lower back. And then let's take that arm out. Just give me a little plie. Okay, we're going to close, if you're more advanced level, into third position. So that's crossing those legs over, tucking the heel in. We're going to repeat those tondus, but we're staying on the floor. And swish, and close. Really pull the legs together. Stretch, and close. Stretch, and close. Now, if you're staying as a beginner, heels together, we're going out to the side. If you're more advanced, you're going to swish out, close in front. Close behind. Close in front. Now really pull up, get that inner thigh activating. And then we finish at the back, arabesque arm. Let's take it to the back and close. stretch, and close, stretch, and close, stretch, and close. 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Now, just give me a little plie here. We're going to go into fondus now. So if you're a beginner, you're going to stay in first position. If you're more advanced, I'd like to stay here in third. So we're going to keep the arms simple and just leave them out in second. We're going to take a plie, push the leg back. We're going to pull up and close. Let's do it again slowly. Plie, push it back, pull it up and close. 2 more slow. Plie, extend that leg, slide it along the floor, pull up and close. 1 more slow. Plie, push it back, pulling up and close. Are we ready to go a bit quicker? Melt and push and up and close and melt. Try and get it to flow so it feels like a lovely circular movement. Up and close. Plie and push. Up and close. Plie and push. Up and close. Last one. Now let's take a tundra out to the side, close it in front, bring the arm down and just reset it to the front. So we take that plie and stretch, up and close, plie and stretch, up and close, plie and stretch, up and close, plie and stretch it out, keep that nice deep bend. Plie and stretch it out, up and close, plie and stretch, up and close. Last 2, stretch, up and close. Last one, and close. Now pick up that inside leg. Let's take it across, come into a hip stretch. Now try not to hunch down into it, lengthen that spine, lift the chest. So you can get some good deep breaths in here. Okay, pushing up. Let's swap that over to the other side. So remember, we're starting in third position. Let's take that arm up. And we're taking that little swish off the floor. Zip up those legs and we're going to swish and close. Swish and close, swish and close, just a little controlled lift. Now if you've got a good turnout on that, you'll feel that inner thigh working. If you haven't, you're going to feel the top of your thighs, your quads. Now we're taking it out to second close in front, second close behind, second close in front, second close behind, out, in front, out, behind, out, close in front. Right, we're ready to go to the back. Push and close, push and close. And we've got 4 and 3, 2, we've got 1 more, and then we're going into our fondus nice and slow. Plie and close. Plie down, extend it out, push up and close. 2 more slow. Down is that plie, push it back, pull it up and close. Last one slow, into that plie, sink down, push it out, pull it up and close. Ready for a bit faster? Plie, extend, up and close. 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 plie, extend, up, and close. Last one to the back. Now let's take the arm out, take a little tendu, so that we swap our feet. Plie, extend, up, and close, and plie. So you're melting down into that fondue and making it all nice and flowing. Up and close. So it's not lots of single movements, it all flows together. Plie and stretch. Keep the body moving. Plie and stretch. Up and close. Plie and stretch. Up and close. Last one. And close. Bring that arm down. We're just going to pick up that inside leg again. Cross it over, long spine. Come forwards into your hip stretch. And we're going to push up and step it down. Now, we're going to turn to face the bar again now. And we're going to do a little bit of single leg work. So this is where I want you to think about not pushing on the bar too much and trying to use your calf strength instead. So we're actually going to start with both feet, little calf raises, up and down, up and down. So really pull up through both calves and try not to press on that bar. We've got one more, hold, now halfway down and up, really pull up, feel those calves, down and up, spread the toes out. Now we're going to roll all the way down through the feet, and we're going to pick up the right leg, have your knee pointing forward, straight out from the hip. We're going to bend and stretch, bend and stretch, bend and stretch. Again, try not to lean forwards into it, stay really upright. We've got one more, and then we're going to do a single leg calf raise. So we're pulling up and down, up and down. So notice if you rock forwards and back rather than lift and lower. 4 and 3, 2. Now can you stay here and bend and stretch? Bend and stretch, bend and stretch. If you need to put that heel on the floor for beginners, please do. You feeling those calves burn yet? Heel high. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, roll it down, step down, take that leg back, give that calf a good stretch out, ease your heel to the floor, take a lunge forwards, and then when you're ready to, let's step it in, ready for bend and stretch. Nice long deep breaths, keep it flowing. We've got one more, and then we're going to lift that heel. Are we ready? Up and down, up and down. And 3, 2, let's hold this one, bend and stretch, heel down if you're a beginner. We've got 4, and 3, 2, and 1, roll it down. Bring it down, let's give that calf a stretch out, push that heel away. Feel that you're creating length in that muscle, lunge it forwards if you need to. And then we're going to soften and step in. Right, from there we're going to come into first position. heels together, wrap those hips. We're going to go into retire, so actually I'm going to change the angle that you can see me from, because what we're going to do is draw one leg up and down. Beginners, I want you to just come to mid-calf, no higher. Advanced, if you can come to just under your knee, that would be brilliant. Okay, let's pull up tall. Really think about keeping those hips level so your back isn't doing the work. Let's pull it up, glide it down. Pull up, so if you find to get that height, you're lifting your hip, don't go any higher. Up and down. Now watch for that foot sickling and down. Pull it up and down. We're going to do one more this leg. Are we ready to change legs? Left leg. And pulling it up and down. So that foot needs to be stretched. We're taking it away from the calf. Pull it up and down. Pulling up and down. Up and down. Last one, we're going back to the right leg. We're just going to do 4 and hold. Up and down. Really straighten that leg as you lower it. Squeeze the knees together. Keep everything active. And down. Last one, we're holding it here because we're going to extend and tap. So we're going to stretch it out and tap. Stretch and tap. Really keep that turn out for me. And 3, 2, and 1. Slide it down. Give me a plie. Pulling up. And we're ready to go on the left. 4 retires, going up and down. And pulling up and down. Pull up and down. One last one. Remember, we're holding this one here, ready to extend and tap. Stretch it out and tap. Stretch and tap. So if you need to lower that leg a little to be able to extend it fully, please do. And 3, 2, and 1. Glide it down. Okay, and we're going into attitude now. So I'm actually going to turn the chair a little bit more again. Attitude is quite a tricky move. We want to have our knee higher than our ankle. So in that position, we start from here and you're going to push back and you want to really work into that glute rather than being here or out to the side somewhere. So think of drawing a straight line backwards with your toes, pushing that knee back. So again, we're going to start with 4 retires on that right leg and then we're going to add in that attitude. Are we ready? Pull up and we've got 4 and 3, 2, we're holding this last one, hold it here. Now let's press it back and in, press and in, press and in, press and in. 4 and 3, 2, now hold this last one if you can, and we're going to bend and stretch. Now keep lifting that leg. We've got 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Bring it in and glide it down. Be ready for that left leg. 4 retires. Up and down. Up and down. And holding this one, ready to push back. Push and tap. And we've got 4 and 3, 2 this last one, hold, bend and stretch. Down and up. Keep lifting that back leg. Keep it active. And 3, 2, and 1. And bring it in. Glide it down. We're going to take some pliés now. So let's just plie and stretch. Plie and stretch. We've got 4 and 3, 2, really pull up. Last one. Wonderful. From there, we're going to step the feet a little bit wider. We're going to step back so that you can just reach that bar. Okay, we're going into squats and up. So we hinge back, lower down, push up. Hinge, squat and up. Hinge and squat and up. Hinge and squat. Knees are going over the toes. We're keeping that spine tall. And up. Hinge and squat and up. Now last one, we're going to hold it. Hold it here. Can you give me a little bit deeper? Let's take the arms off. And hold. Hold, sit down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up. Lean forward, hands onto the bar. You might want to step back, push those hips back. Take a stretch. And we're going to bend and stretch here. So you can bend the knees and stretch. Push your hips behind you. Keep lengthening that spine. Remember not to round into the shoulders. Now you're going to stay here if this is more accessible for you, otherwise take your hands to the floor. Push and lower. Push and lower. Again, try not to do it through the shoulders. Think of lifting that chest. And 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, curl up. Take a stretch up. Bring the arms wide and down. Wonderful. Right, we're going to do a little bit of core work with the chair now. So I'm going to turn my chair around. If you're on a kitchen counter or the wall, you'll be absolutely fine. But if you're on a chair, don't hold the back, come onto the seat. Okay, so I'm turning it around so that I can hold the seat, and I'm going to step my legs back into plank. So plank position, you want to try and have your shoulders over your wrists and make sure your hips aren't dropped forwards. Pull those abdominals in. We're going to bend and stretch, bend and stretch. Now, if you're a beginner, you might want to be here and push your heels down and not come into full plank. Now can you hold that bend? Pulse it down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up and over. And now it's the turn of the heels. Push them away and up. Now I see a lot of time when people are doing this, they push their bottom back. Try not to. Keep that plank. And 3, 2, and 1. Now into push-ups. Bend and up. Bend and up. Make sure you lower your whole body, including your hips, rather than just doing that. So think reach forwards and up. Okay, let's soften those knees. Step in, curl up through the spine. Take a big stretch up. Bring the arms wide and down. Okay, core is now nice and warmed up, ready for our little floor section. So I'm just going to pop the chair to one side and get my mat out. So hopefully, yes, you can see me there. Right, so we're going to come down into seated. Taking those feet out in front, feet flat on the floor. Make sure your toes are level and you've got the whole of the foot connected. Now, up onto your sitting bones, draw the shoulders back and down. We're going to hold just behind the legs. Open the shoulders at the front. We're curling back and up. Curl back and up. Now notice where you're starting this movement from. You're starting it from your shoulders. It's just the pelvis moving. Tuck under, rock over those sitting bones and up. Okay, notice what happens to your knees as well. Do they drop out or in? Try and keep them steady. And up. Curl back. And up. Curl back. And up. Okay, let's take a big arm circle. Round. Up. And round. Up. And round. One more up. And round. Now this time, reach for your toes. Take a stretch over those legs. When you're ready to, take a breath out and lift. Now, if you are a beginner, if you have a diastasis, a hernia or a prolapse, I would like you to stay with hands behind the knees, supporting yourself. Otherwise, we are going to go hands-free with this next one, and we're going to add in a little bit more to it. So let's take the arms out, retract the shoulders. Curling back, and up. Think of lengthening out of the hips rather than pushing your shoulders away. Again, keep those knees still. Are we ready to add in those arm circles? So we're going to curl back, lift up and round. Exhale, inhale. And up. Okay, well done. Take a little stretch over those legs again. Just take a moment, breathe into the back. Okay, we're going to come all the way down onto our backs now. So, chin nodded, shoulders open, resting onto the little fingers. You want your feet fairly close to the body, but not too close. Okay, and if they're too far away, your hamstrings are going to shout at you. We're going to start with a hamstring stretch. Let's stretch one leg out. I haven't got enough room. And flex that foot, lift. Push that heel up towards the ceiling. Try not to push your spine down into the mat. See if you can stay neutral. And then let's bring it down and in. Changing legs, let's stretch it out and lift. Just breathe into that stretch and bring it in. Okay, we're going to go into shoulder bridges now. We are going to be adding some bits on. I will give you some modifications if you want to keep it a little bit easier today. Open those shoulders and we're going to push into the heels. So let's bring the spine down into the mat, push through the heels, lift the knees, forwards, curl it down, back to neutral. Spine into the mat, push through the heels, push those knees forwards, Lift those hips till you feel those glutes fire. Curl it down, piece by piece, down through that spine. Now you can stay here. Make sure your toes stay on the mat. No naughty toes lifting and flaring. Okay, otherwise we're going to add in some little pulses through the hips. Are we ready? So we're going to curl up and hold. Pulse the hips down and up, down and up. So this is a glute squeeze. Down and up. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Curl it down. Okay, we're ready for variation number 2. If you want to keep it nice and simple, you're just going to do a heel lift, not a toe lift. Many times I say heel lift in shoulder bridge and I see people lifting their toes. Press the toes into the floor, lift the heel, and you're going to do alternating heel lifts if you are level 1, if you're a beginner. Otherwise, we're going into single leg pulses. Okay, so let's curl back up. Push those knees forwards. Now try not to let your hips drop. And we're going to pick one leg up into tabletop. Pulse the other leg down. Down. And squeeze. Down. And squeeze. Four. And lift. 3. And lift. Your lift's getting smaller and smaller. Curl it down. And bring that foot down. Are we ready to come to the other side? Okay, let's take a curl up. If you're doing foot pedals, keep them going if you can. If you feel like floating that whole foot off the floor, you absolutely can do. And we're pulsing down and up, down and up. Try not to let the hips tilt or drop. So you want to keep them level as you lower and lift. Let's curl it down. Place that foot on the floor. Okay, last variation in shoulder bridge. This is going to be great for those hips. We're going to step the feet a little bit wider. And you're going to bring your knees together. And I want you to keep them squeezed together. Okay, we're going to curl up. Push those knees forwards. Feel that squeeze. Feel that work into those hips. We're going to pulse it down. Down and squeeze. Should feel like totally different muscles. And 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring those knees apart and curl back down. Wonderful. Okay, step the feet back to hip distance. Let's stretch one leg out, flex the foot and lift again. Just give that leg a good stretch out. That's it, bend it in, bring it down. Changing sides, stretch it out, flex the foot, lift. Keep a straight knee, so don't lift really high and have to bend your leg. Otherwise you're not getting a stretch. You're just cheating yourself. You want to get those hamstrings stretchier and more flexible. Keep that knee straight. Let's bring it down and in. Wonderful. From there, if you've got diastasis, hernia or prolapse, you're going to keep your head and shoulders on the mat. Similarly, if you are a beginner and you don't feel you've got a very strong core yet, keep your head and shoulders on the mat. We're going to turn the palms down and go into the 100. So if you're with me and reaching and lifting, you're going to lift. Otherwise you're just going to reach and just lift the arms. And we're going to beat. 5 for a breath in, 5 for a breath out. Now think of lifting the bottom rib and keeping the chin nodded. That way you're going to take the strain out of your neck. Try not to bounce, so it's not about bouncing, keep that body steady. Now all those abs should be tucked in. If you're seeing anything push out, come down for me. And let's roll it back down. Take a stretch out. Just let those abdominals stretch. Let the back arch a little bit. I'm going to bring it back in. Now, if you stayed head and shoulders down, you're going to stay head and shoulders down again. Otherwise, you're going to curl up. But we're all going to take hold of one knee. Widen the shoulders so we don't want to hollow the chest. And if you're curling up, you're going to nod that chin, curl up towards your knee, extend the other leg, and we're going to switch and switch, switch and switch. Again, keep hollowing. So if you feel your tummy is pushing out, come down with your head and shoulders. Okay, hold both knees in, curl back down, just circle the knees and bring the feet down onto the floor. Now from there, we're going to go into some stretches now. Let's hook one leg across. This is the sign of 4 stretch. Press your thigh away, and if that feels like enough of a stretch for you, stay there. But if it feels good and you want a deeper stretch, pick up that leg, pull it in towards the chest. To take that even further, can you extend that leg and hold the calf without your head and shoulders coming off? Okay, so if you have to be here, don't extend that leg. Let's bend it down. Now, take the arms out to the side, and we're going to drop over onto this foot. Keep your shoulders down, just rotate and push that knee up towards the ceiling. Just breathe into that stretch, lovely stretch all the way down the side of the body. And let's pull it up and swap over. So crossing that leg over. Initiate that stretch by pressing the thigh away. If that's enough, stay here. You might feel different on this side, that's okay. Let's pull that knee in if you can. Try and relax into it. If you've got tight muscles there, you might be really feeling a grip. Just try and let it go. Extend that leg if you can. And then let's release, and you're going to twist over. Take that foot onto the floor, push your knee up towards the ceiling. Okay, try and keep, if you can, your ribs down a little, rather than being like really pushed up into the shoulders. And let's pull up and take that foot down. Okay, wonderful. From there, let's roll to the side. We're going to push up. And we're coming into a position called on the walk. We're going to take a really nice hip stretch now. So let's take one hand slightly behind you. Other arm comes out in front. Remember to not sink into that shoulder. Lift up, lengthen that spine. Now we're going to take the arm across. Now just lift and stretch. Bring it back. And out. So if you're a beginner, you might want to stay here. Keep this knee anchored. Now, if you feel like you can, we're going to lift. So you come in across and lift. And again, up. Take that stretch. We'll do that one more time. And up. together. Take this arm over. Try and reach for your feet. Lengthen through this side. Shoulders down. You know who I'm talking to when I say that. And bring that arm down. Okay, let's take those legs over to the other side. Sitting tall, keep this knee anchored. And we'll take that hand slightly behind. Stay with the hips down for the first one or two. And if you want to stay here for all, then that's absolutely fine. So we just take it across and up. Bring it across and out. Now let's lift those hips down. Push those hips forwards. Down and take it out. And again, sweep it across. Lift those hips. Down and out. One more time. Lift those hips. Down and take it out. Wonderful. From there, we're going to come over into 4-point position. Onto hands and knees. Just take a cat stretch for me. So we're going to take a breath out, curl the spine up, let the head drop. Now let's take it the other way, draw the shoulders back, lift the heart, and back to neutral. Now from there you're going to come up safely. For me, I'm going to tuck the toes and use a squat, so I'm going to press back, push my heels down, and come up. Okay. We're in standing. I want us to come to good standing posture. Lengthen up through the spine. We're going to take the arms forwards. Swing one arm down. Big breath in, take that stretch. Swing it back. And centre. Changing sides. Turn. And stretch. Down. Bring it back. Now let's take soft knees. Take a big stretch up. And it wouldn't be bar class if we didn't finish with a curtsy. So let's come into first position. Open those shoulders. Let's take a step out to the side and take a curtsy. And then out to the other side and curtsy. And very well done, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know I've seen a few comments. Let's just see. Jean, Jill, Paula, fantastic. Okay, take care and I will see you soon.